You seem quiet. Is everything all right?
Just thinking of a past, it's bittersweet.
I know, but look around. We're all together.
You're right, that's what matters most.
I love you.
The day Pius Okafor retired, his colleagues threw him a small party in the conference room of the Enugu State Ministry of Works. Someone bought a small cake. Someone else printed a banner that read, 31 years of faithful service. His director shook his hand and said, Pius, you are a good man. Then they all went home, and Pius stood in the car park alone, holding a plastic bag containing his desk items, a stapler, 2 pens, a framed photo of his late wife Ngozi, and the retirement letter that reduced 3 decades of his life to 6 official paragraphs. He was 68 years old. His knees hurt. His pension was 47,000 naira a month, and the house he had spent 30 years building in the village, block by block, school fees by school fees, was finally complete. He had 4 children. Chukwuemeka, the first son, was an engineer in Enugu with a 5-bedroom house, a car, a wife named Sandra, and 2 children who called Pius Grandpa only when they wanted something. Adaeze, his second child, cleaned offices in Port Harcourt and sent money home even when she had nothing. The other 2 were scattered, one in Abuja, one in Owerri, each with reasons why Papa could not come to them. Emeka said, "Come and stay with us, Dad. Sandra will take care of you." Pius wept quietly the night before he moved in, not from happiness, from something he couldn't name yet. The first month was bearable. The second month, his room was moved from the main bedroom to the boys' quarters at the back, because the children need space for reading, Papa. The third month, Sandra asked for his ATM card, just to help you manage it, Papa, so you don't stress yourself. By the 5th month, his pension alerts stopped coming to his phone. Sandra said the network was the problem. She bought him a new SIM. The alerts never returned. By the 7th month, when Emeka's colleagues visited, Pius ate alone in the back room. His plate was brought to him like a man in a waiting room. Once, he heard Sandra tell a visitor, "That's just the old man, don't mind him." He sat on the edge of his bed that night and looked at the framed photo of Ngozi he had carried from the ministry car park. "What should I do?" he whispered to her. She smiled back. Frozen in 1987, her wrapper bright, her eyes full of a future she believed in. He had sold her earrings to pay Emeka's WIAC fees, her gold necklace for his university acceptance, her engagement ring for his final year project materials. And now he ate alone in a room that smelled of mildew, in his son's house, in a city he moved to for his son's sake. He did not call Adaeze. He did not want to be a burden. But Adaeze called him, as she did every Sunday, and she heard it, not in his words, in the 2 seconds of silence before he said, "I am fine." Adaeze Okafor was 39 years old. She earned 45,000 naira a month cleaning offices of a shipping company in Port Harcourt. She had 112,000 naira in her account, everything she had saved in 8 months. She had been planning to repair the roof of her rented room. She spent 14,000 naira on a bus to Enugu. What she met broke something in her chest permanently. Her father, the man who had walked to work for years so his children could have textbooks, was sleeping on a mattress with a broken corner, eating from a separate pot, wearing a shirt with a collar so worn it had turned gray. He had lost weight. His hands, when she held them, felt like paper over sticks. She did not shout. She did not fight Sandra in the kitchen, though she deserved it. She did not call Emeka a coward to his face, though he was. She simply said, "Papa, pack your things." Emeka blustered. Sandra performed. After everything we've done, the inconvenience, the extra expenses. Adaeze looked at her brother, really looked at him, and said quietly, "She sold Mama's ring so you could finish school. You will not do this to him." Emeka said nothing, because there was nothing to say. Adaeze took her father to the village house, the one he built. She used 60,000 of her savings to reconnect his pension to his own account, fix the kitchen pipe, and buy him a proper mattress. She called the pension board herself, spent 3 days on the phone and 2 visits to their Enugu office, until the redirection was reversed and 4 months of withheld payments were recovered. Then she went back to Port Harcourt, back to her mop and her bucket, and her 45,000 naira salary, and she repaired nothing in her own room that year. But every Sunday, her father called her first. And on Christmas morning, when the whole family gathered in the village house, the house Pius built, he sat at the head of the table, not in a back room, not on a separate plate, at the head, in the chair with the carved armrests, the one Ngozi had always kept for him. He looked at Adaeze across the table, his daughter who had nothing and gave everything, and his eyes filled. She shook her head slightly, the way that means, "Don't cry, Papa." He nodded, straightened his wrapper, and smiled the way a man smiles when he realizes that one child, just one, was enough. The most dangerous place for an elder is sometimes the home of the child they sacrificed the most for, and the most faithful love often comes from the child the world overlooked.
The stars are bright tonight, just like when you were little.
I remember you taught me all the constellations.
And now you teach your own children.
Your stories live on. Thank you.